Hi guys, what's up? It's Alex here, and today I'm going to be back with Toca Race Driver 3. Now, this is one of my favourite series to do out of all the series I do, but the upload times for me now are getting a bit too long because I recorded the Forza and the Dirt 3 just all in one big go, and I've been playing this more casually. I've been playing it like once every day or whatever, not just like for like 3 or 4 hours, just in one day to get a lot of videos done. So what we're going to do is for this series, for the next 3 episodes, till the end of the month, we're going to just do one tier an episode. So I think you're going to get a lot more, over time you're going to get more content because I've got some really big plans for the next month in May. Not May, June, because I'm recording this in April because I'm trying to get all my videos done in April for the end of May, just because I've got exams and everything. So in June, I've got some really cool stuff in terms of Let's Plays for all my Let's Plays at the moment. So Dirt 3, Forza, and this. I've got some really big plans for this series and those 2 series, and I think everyone's gonna like it. It's a really good mix of Formula 1 and this, and overall, it's focusing more on Formula 1, but you're gonna get the same amount of content of this as well. So here we are, Formula 1000, back again. The last time we drove these, I think we were spinning around in Donington. Maybe not. But anyway, that was quite funny, but I suppose it wasn't the best for me in terms of racing. Now, like, a couple of people have been like, you need to up the difficulty or start the career mode again. And but I've had some really good comments in terms of, Alex, you do know, when you get to the faster cars, you're not going to be as fast. So I think we've only completed like 12-13%, something like that, of the actual game, and the only reason I can see really is in the straight line is where we're a lot faster. I don't really want to crash them off. So well, obviously the realistic damage, the gravel pit, we got shoved off there, and coming back onto the track. Wow, is this going to happen every time we drive these cars? Every time we drive these cars, we're going to spin around. No, that was a bit unlucky, but now we've got to push and try and catch up to the back of them. So that was a huge fail. I think I hit a car. We were going side by side through the Brundle. I think that corner's called Brundle. Maybe it wasn't back then, or back when this was made, but I think it's called Brundle. And I lost it through that complex of corners, and then on the next corner I was just like in the trash can, as it will, because I crashed and then came back onto the track, not really expecting any more cars to be there, but there was, so we crashed. So I'm not sure how many people scored points. I think everyone might pretty much score points, but obviously it's only a 4-lap race, so at the end of this lap we'll be halfway through, and if we're still in 20th, it's going to be disappointing. Now, it's not the easiest of tracks in the world, and you've already seen this corner, a couple of corners here isn't too easy, because in these cars, when you hit that corners, like apexes, it does kind of throw you up in the air a little bit. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but I think these episodes will probably be, it might even be nearly 20 minutes, but just the upload times for me are just getting a bit crazy at the moment. Like, each Let's Play takes a good 2 hours a piece, even when it's sort of converted to a smaller file. Still quite painful how long it takes to upload, but so you've got to live with some of these things. Hopefully you can't hear the game in the background. I've turned the audio up a little bit on the TV so I can actually hear what they're saying a bit. Does mean I can hear the car, though. It's quite a nice sound. And I suppose it's quite entertaining to see the fight back through the field after a stupid mistake from me. But look at the bunch of cars here. 15 or so cars spaced up within a couple of, well, one little straightaway there. It's absolute madness. I hope that the AI don't slow up when you like crash or whatever, but I fear they do in this game. Because look at this, we're just sort of breezing around them now. But now we're sort of locked in that gap. We can't really go to the inside now because there's a car there. Precisely there was, and one little touch of the wheels there. Try and get a better run off the corner. still never mastered the Formula Palmer Audi's boosting. I never knew what it was. But look, it's just a straight line. I don't understand. Through the corners and the braking points, they all seem fine, but down the straights, it's a bit of a tough one for the AI. Oh, no, 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 no. Just lift off the power and brake. I reckon we could maybe get top 10 here. But obviously, this track, not so favourable, obviously, with the long straights and everything, so for AI it's going to be a lot harder, so really this should have been the race I capitalised on, maybe a win or top 3 finish. That's top 10, we're going to just risk it now, we can't, no, 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 we can't smash into the back of him, but there's a gap now, so we risked it down the inside, up to 7th, will it be 6th? We might have not, it would be 7th, we got touched off by one of the AI. Oh, whoa, the AI are a lot more aggressive in this game, let's just say that was a bit of an unfair move, but fun race nonetheless. Thanks for watching that race, guys. Let's get in to the next race and hope it's a little bit better. 3.2 off the lead after a bit of a spin, so, you know, I'm pretty sure they do slow up a little bit, so it should have been fun. So we're only 8 points behind the lead for Fossa Racing. Is it Fossa? I'm not really too sure. Oulton Park, another classic British track. I love Oulton Park. Have I driven it in this game yet? I don't think I have. Not too sure though. Here we got Kent in front of us. Oh, just getting a bad start. The car on the inside there. Ooh. I remember down here is one of the trickiest corners in just any car, because they're really late on they're really early on the brakes through there. That's one corner that AI do suck quite a lot. I've actually got a season pass for all of the MSVR events this year, and I really want to sort of nag my dad to go to Oulton Park or Snetterton, but obviously we're not that close to them. We're like an hour away from Brands Hatch, so that's not exactly close, but it's the sort of drive that you wouldn't mind going to see a motorsport event, let's just say that. I've been to Silverstone before, I've been to Lydden Hill, I've been to a couple of others. Silverstone, Lydden Hill, Brands Hatch, Rockingham. That was a great journey to Rockingham. That was fun. Well, like journey and event, it was quite good. You had to leave at like 6 in the morning to get there on time. I'm sure I've been to another track. Can't really remember, but you know, obviously, pretty much all of these other tracks I've been to, bar Brands Hatch, I've been to just to see the touring cars. Rockingham was touring cars. Rockingham's a great track. You won't believe me until you see it, because obviously it looks a bit bland because it's an oval, but if you go to Rockingham Speedway in, I don't know where it is, somewhere in the UK, you will absolutely love it. It's great racing. And I remember Tom Onslow Cole, I think, won his first ever race or first ever podium there, and I was sitting at the final corner. I was like, wow, the emotion of the crowd. We all got up and cheered. It was awesome. And Rockingham is a great track in the ways that you can sit in the grandstand, because obviously it's an oval track. Well, the main track's an oval track. Then they've got many interloop sections, and it was, yeah, great race, because you can see the whole track from just one area as well, so that's good. For example, if you go to Brands Hatch, it's quite hard to see more than like 2 or 3 corners if you're standing in one place. But Rockingham, you can actually see the whole track from sitting in sort of the main grandstand. We moved around. We were sat in the main grandstand for a little bit, but I remember sitting at the last corner grandstand of the Brands Hatch circuit, not of the touring car circuit, in one of the races, and watching Tom Onslow Cole, who's now my favourite driver. I like Shed and Matt Neal. I'm a big fan of the Honda team. I've been a big fan of the Honda team since like 2003. I've watched touring cars a lot longer than I've watched Formula 1. Actually, not a lot longer, a couple of years, but British touring cars was the motorsport that I watched first, I think. Actually, I might have watched a couple of sort of Formula 1 events, but the one that really got me into motorsport was touring cars. Right, so I just rambled on for pretty much a whole race now, and we're at Silverstone. We're like 5th in the championship there, and now we've got to focus on this. But yeah, I'd really like to go to more events this year. Thinking about saving a bit of money maybe, and I don't know, I really want to go to like some abroad Grand Prix. I don't particularly, I'm not a big fan of Silverstone. I don't really know why. It never, to me, seems to have very good racing. And the whole point of going to a motorsport event, for me at least, is the racing. But obviously, I'd love to go to Silverstone and watch a Formula 1 event, because I've never been to a Formula 1 event before. But for me, I don't know why, but Silverstone doesn't seem to be the greatest track in the world. But, you know, that's just everyone's opinion. Obviously, a lot of people like Silverstone, a lot of people don't like Silverstone. People have got to deal with it, and yeah. 5 laps of this little Silverstone track, bit of a bump there with Carter. He's the championship leader. I'm not sure where we are in the championship. 155 miles an hour. Top speeds of these little cars are awesome. Braking late down the inside of the car, on the inside there's contact made. I just can't keep it under control and I've got to dive to the grass. That's a bit of a wacky move from the person down the inside, trying to dive it down inside 2 people. Whoa. Well, there's contact. Oh, damn, this race is just not going well. That guy just hit the side of us there. Try to focus now. Power down out these corners. There are 2 people leading equal with the championship lead, I think, because there are 2 gold people on the little map. Now that's the guy that hit me up earlier. Crazy move, I think. You shouldn't be able to hear the TV because when you put up like 2%, but who knows? The Snowball microphone is very, you know, good at picking up every little sound, which is, you know, sometimes great. Oh, great! I'm off the track. Sometimes that's great, but sometimes not so great. Some other series I'd really like to see next year. I want, in my lifetime, I've said this to my dad for like 10 years. Dad, I need to go to Le Mans one time in my lifetime and watch this race. My dad's went to that. My dad's been to a huge amount of races over the years. He's been to Formula 1 practice at Brands Hatch. Wow, what was that? I can't even remember what just happened. Yeah, he's been to a whole host of events over the years. Practice at Brands Hatch. He's went to see Le Mans twice, I think. I'm not really too sure off the top of my head, but he's seen a lot of motorsport events. And obviously we both got season passes this year for Brands Hatch, so we're going to be going there most weekends, which is good. Well, most weekends, probably like every other weekend. I need to get a top 3 in this race. I think we can actually get top 2 here. Yeah, that was actually a good couple of moves through there. A good run through the corner. That's the corner that tricks me out. Right, here we are, going on to the final lap. This might be my first sub-minute lap. Don't think it's going to... Oh, so close. 1 minute .08. That is just unlucky. It's been an eventful race here. Feels like it's gone on forever, but it's not really gone on for that long. It's going to go on for about 5.5 minutes here. But can we gain any more positions? I'm not really too sure. I've driven the Silverstone track a lot. There's a bit of contact there. Maybe I haven't got realistic damage on. I can't remember it. I think that might have been one of the options, but sometimes you don't want to have realistic damage. not going to get it. Actually, it's going to be extremely close. Can we get it on the line? Maybe. I got third, but look at that lap time. We got 59.48 on the last lap. Didn't feel particularly fast, but we did get the win, which is good. So close, 0.2 of a second. Third in the championship, not too bad. And look, they ended up drawing for the championship. Reached your goal in the Formula 1000, not too bad. I was a bit worried in there that I wasn't going to, but yeah. Next episode we're going to do Jaguar Palmer. Then we are going to be doing V8 Supercars. So be sure to tune in for the next episode. Palmer Jaguar should be awesome. It's been Alex Mad here. Goodbye.